New Year's movies aren't really about champagne and resolutions. They're about endings. The last night before something changes, before the clock runs out, before the world ends, or before you wake up and realize nothing changed at all. My watch list for New Year's Eve isn't about rom-com kisses at midnight. It's about ghosts, demons, bad decisions, and the strange energy that only New Year's Eve can bring. New Year's Eve is nothing but a deadline disguised as a party. It's the one night where we feel that time is negotiable. And if we celebrate hard enough, maybe we can reset things. But that's why the best New Year's movies aren't romance. They're pressure, countdowns, endings, and the fear that we're running out of time. And that's where these films that I chose for New Year's actually have some of those themes. A lot of them focus on the end of the millennium. They're taking place in 1999 to the beginning of 2000. And that's where you're going to see kind of a theme in the movies that I chose on this list. There's also something for everyone. Children, families, this couples, individuals, no matter what. There's something on this list for everyone. So let's get into them right now, starting with my first movie. And these movies are not in any kind of particular order as well. They're just different movies I love. The first one on my list is Ghostbusters II from 1989, which I got this from my local library because unfortunately I don't have it on a physical copy. It's not streaming anywhere, so unfortunately I don't have a way to tell you where to go to stream it. I think you can rent it on Amazon. But Ghostbusters 2 was a worthy sequel to the first Ghostbusters. In this movie, you get the Ghostbusters coming back together after being apart to fight a new evil that they have to take care of before the stroke of midnight. It's got Sigourney Weaver, it's got Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, it's everyone back inside there in the movie. It's just fun, a fun family feature. And if you want to do a double feature as well, put the Ghostbusters 1 with it. The next movie on my list is Strange Days. And this movie was from 1995. And it takes place during December 30th and 31st of 1999. It is a technical thriller movie with Ralph Fiennes and Angela Bassett leading. The movie was an excellent movie. It takes a look at how technology can be so addictive and how it was going to cause issues in the future within coming into the new millennium. And it was such a paranoid, chaotic, and deeply uncomfortable film because it really dealt with fear and what comes next and what we have fear of. And it dealt with technology, violence, memory, and trauma. And it's the feeling that the future is arriving whether we're ready for it or not. And that is exactly what it showed in this film. I will be doing a deep dive on Strange Days next year, the beginning of next year. So in the next few coming weeks, look forward to this deep dive into Strange Days. The next film is a comedy featuring Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Now, it is kind of like a Christmas leading into New Year's Eve film, so it kind of fits both sides, but I think it works really well watching it for New Year's Eve, and this called Trading Places from 1983. And this is we see Eddie Murphy pour homeless guy being taken in by these two rich gentlemen who place a bet on whether they could take a poor man and train him to be rich and take a rich man and make him poor. So in this film, Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy trade places. One becomes from being rich to poor, and one goes from poor to being rich. It's a hilarious movie. It's so fun. It'll be great for the family as well. And I recommend, like I said, Trading Places from 1983. It's wonderful, wonderful, funny film. The next one I have on my list is Four Rooms from 1995. And this movie was something else. Straight New Year's Eve chaos done with Quentin Tarantino. We had Tim Roth as a bellhop, and he had these different four rooms in this hotel that each one of them there was something chaotic or crazy going on, more crazy from the next. So he had a very eventful New Year's Eve night, and it was just so funny and so off the wall. I really highly recommend Four Rooms. Unfortunately, I could not find it streaming anywhere. I do believe you can rent it on Amazon, but if you can get your hands on it, it was a funny movie. I loved it. And that's Four Rooms. The next film is going to take us into horror territory, and a strange scene, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the main guy that's going out to fight the devil. But that's what we get when we look at End of Days. And that was from, End of Days actually came out in 1999. What it was is that Arnold's character had to stop the Antichrist from being born. And you had Gabriel Bryan, I think it's Bryan, I don't know if I didn't say his name wrong, but Gabriel Bryan as Satan, and he was trying to collect his bride to have to bring about the end of the world. And Arnold goes and fights him, and sure enough, he's victorious. But the movie was good, and really, Arnold, I think, did a good job in a horror film. So if you want to look at something that might be a little scary or spooky for New Year's Eve, take a look at End of Days. I think you'll enjoy it. The next one I have is Happy New Year, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, of course, is always kind of down about people are treating him so bad. His life is just miserable. And in New Year's, Happy New Year's, Charlie Brown, once again, has to read this huge book for school. And he wants to, instead of going to the New Year's Eve party, which he wasn't invited, when he did get invited, he turned down Peppermint Patty's invitation so he could read this book. But it was just him sitting there with this, what is this year going to bring for me? Another more of the same. He just was like what a lot of us feel. When you have a bad year, you're hoping to get something better than next year, but you just feel like it's always going to be the same. Nothing works for me. It's going to always be the same. I'll make a resolution. I'm not going to keep it. That's just what people do. And Charlie Brown, it was such a sad thing, but it was very relatable. And I recommend it because it's a really good movie to watch for New Year as well. And my last film on this list, now it is Rudolph Shiny New Year. Now it is part of this deluxe edition, The Year Without Santa Claus. But with that, Rudolph has to go find Baby New Year so that the new year will continue. And it's just the world can't move forward until we have Baby New Year. So it was such I loved Rudolph Shiny New Year and the little baby New Year who was made fun of because he had these big ears. And Rudolph, because of what he went through, was able to bring Baby New Year in and let him know just to be proud of who you are, no matter what. Because you're always going to be important for somebody, in which Baby New Year is important was for everybody, and Rudolph was important for everybody, even though they had what they considered a flaw, which wasn't. It was a gift. So that's something we should all strive for, to realize our gifts and that we're important to someone somewhere. Now, these movies work on my list because New Year's isn't about celebration, it's about transition. They understand fear, hope, chaos, nostalgia, and the pressure of midnight. So whether you're watching demons get punched, ghosts get slimed, or cartoon kids quietly reflect on another year gone by, these are the movies that feel like New Year's. In the next video, if you haven't watched my Offbeat Christmas movies or holiday movies, it'll be in the end list for you to take a look at that. And leave me in the comments, what movie is your go-to New Year's Eve movie? And what will you be doing this New Year's Eve? I know that Stranger Things is putting the last 2 hours of that on New Year's Eve, and I may take a look at that. Not sure yet if I'm doing it at night, but I would love to probably put in Strange Days and rewatch it again because I just love it. But please leave me a comment, like and share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.